All right, so how do we get started with PaperClip, the orchestration layer for zero human companies? So with PaperClip, you can do a lot of things. So for example, you want to create faceless TikTok factory. You can see we can spawn multiple agents, producer, and then under producer, they're gonna be script writer. It's going to be video editor. And then for example, for mobile marketing company, their CEO, under CEO company, there is VP of marketing. And then under them, there's contents, ads, SEO analytics, and so on. It's very interesting use case. So to get started with Paperclip, you can either install it locally using this command, or you can also have the cloud version, so you can access it from anywhere, including from mobile device or from any laptop, basically. So I already get the invite link here, so I'm just gonna click sign in or create account. This is a sign in screen. We need to click the create one, so we're going to sign up screen. So uh, password. All right, so create account. Right, save and then accept bootstrap invite on board. All right, cool. Now we are in onboarding screen. So in onboarding screen, we're gonna put our company name, and then the goal is to achieve 2 million monthly recurring revenue by the end of 2026. All right, I'm gonna click next. Sometimes it goes blank like this. I don't know why, but if you click reload, you're gonna get this screen. So we're gonna continue to create the agent here. So we need to choose one of the adapter type of the agents. So for this one, I'm just gonna use open code because open code is already embedded inside this Paperclip cloud. And then for the models, we're gonna pick Big Pickle. If you're wondering what models to use, you can go to artificial analysis and then you can check the intelligence index. So ideally for role like CEO or a role that requires high level thinking, you want to choose smarter models, for example, like GPT 5.4, Cloud Opus, and things like that. But for the sake of this demo, I'm just gonna use Big Pickle. Big Pickle is actually a GLM 4.7. It's not super smart, but it's free on code right now. And then click test now. Wait a few seconds. All right, pass. Now we click next. We're going to create our first task or issues. Hire your first engineer and create a hiring plan. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna click next for now. Create and open issue. All right. Now you can see that our agents right now is executing the first task, right? It says running. Usually there's an error in the beginning like this, but it will continue. All right, so we're just gonna wait a few minutes for this agent to complete its first task, and then we're gonna continue from here. All right, you can see that the agent already made some progress here. And then if we check the issues here, so it already create subtasks Luma 2 and then Luma 3. So this is the subtask created by Luma 1. Okay, we're gonna wait a few more minutes until it finish the task fully. Cool. So it seems now it made some real progress. So if you check on inbox here, so you can see that there is a request to hire an agent founding engineer. Now we can click approve. Right. Few issues. Cool. So you can see that it created more tasks actually. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you just keep doing the task right now. And then there's also comments in the issues. Luma 2 hiring plan, it marks as completed. Then Luma 3, it is in progress. We already approved it previously. And then right now it's creating the breakdown task. This one update about approval that we already approved previously. Cool. So it's still going, still running. All right. So while this one is still running, I'm just gonna show you around the interface of PaperClip. So on the left side, you can see that we have dashboard. So dashboard is basically just showing high level overview of the current PaperClip instance. So you can see that we have a few tasks being run right now: Luma 2, Luma 3, and Luma 4, right? We have 2 agents and then 2 tasks in progress. How many dollars we spent this month, pending approvals, and so on. And then in inbox, basically, this contains issues and approval that we need to read, something related to us, basically. The issues is basically all the tasks or all the issues in this company. You can also filter this, can group by status, by priority, and then by signing, so on. You can also sort this by priority, the title. You can also filter which one is in progress, which one is done, and so on, right? So this is like actually like the core of PaperClip. So if you know like Trello or maybe you know Trello, right? So it's like Kanban for human or to-do list, so like this. Linear app. So linear app is basically issues management for engineers, but Paperclip is like issues management and task management for AI agents, basically. Next, there's routines, recurring works. There's also goals that we already defined earlier. So this one, we already defined achieve 2 million monthly recurring revenue by the end of 2026. There's also projects. So we have, so we see that issues can be assigned into a projects here, for example, to categorize it. So we can have many projects. Yeah. And then there's also agents. So currently the CEO agent is running 2 live tasks. You can see the instruction of the agents here. There's also heartbeat. This file is basically an instructions or something that will be executed every time the agent spawns. The agent actually like spawn every like a few minutes, and then it read this and then it checks like what's the current status, and then what's the current assignment, then continue progress from there. The soul is like the personality of the CEO. You are the CEO, strategic posture, voice and tone. The tools is actually it's not written yet here, but the tools purpose is you can think like, so the LLM is the brain, the tools is like the hand, basically. What can we do? What is the capability of these agents? And then skills. Skills is basically just markdown files. We're gonna explore it more later here, like this, for example. So the skills to create agents basically just like like a guidance, like a reference on how to create new agents, basically. Later on, we can create like Facebook ad skills or copywriting skills, some kind of a set of instruction that we can use to instruct the agent on how to do certain things. We can also insert our opinions there, or preference. That's skills, and then this is configuration. So in configuration, you can see that we are using adapter open code. You can switch it later to use codecs, cursor, or anything else. Runs, see like how many times these agents are running. You can also set budget for these agents. For example, the budget is like $5. Set it. But for now, I'm just gonna disable it. Cool. So we already hire CEO, and then the CEO hire a founding engineer. Now I'm gonna try to create a new issue to hire a chief marketing officer. So we're gonna create new issues. Let's hire the first AI CMO. See this, we're selling webcams basically. The goal of this task is basically to hire an AI agent that's responsible for the whole marketing in this company. You are allowed to hire more agents such as script writer, video editor, content writer, SEO researcher, Facebook ads expert, Instagram ads expert, TikTok influencers, management, and things like that. All right. One thing I forget to assign is AI CMO. I need to assign this to our CMO actually. If oops, not this one. We need to assign this to CEO. Yeah. Right. So now the CEO gonna try to rate this task and then hire the CMO. And then the CMO is going to try to break down the timeline, hire more agents, and so on. Okay, so while we're waiting for the CEO to hire CMO, we can also see that the other tasks here, for example, breakdown roadmaps and so on. So the agents already create some rough timeline on what to do. One tip that I found useful for this scenario is that we should ask the agent to actually like give us questions. So instead of them, creating a random timeline or creating like a random assumption and scenarios about our companies, we should just ask them like, first ask now. Yeah, you see after we comment, the agent kicks in again and then try to execute the task again. All right, we're going to wait a bit. Cool. It seems the AI already made some progress. We see inbox, hire agent, AI CMO, approve. We can also see that we have more tasks now, like define market strategies, KPI, create go-to-market plan, so on. So if we see the org here, you see now the CEO has two subordinate, founding engineer and AI chief marketing officer. Soon, below the AI CMO, we're going to have more agents. We'll wait in a bit. All right, cool. So after we let it run for a while, you can see that we have a lot of agents now, and we have some agents that we reject as well. We reject senior engineer, full stack engineer, but we have new agents related to marketing now. If you go to the org charts of the company, you see that CEO now have CMO under him. We also have founding engineers, and then under CMO we have content writer, SEO researcher, Facebook ads expert, Instagram ad expert, and so on. Well, of course, this is just like a dummy companies. That's it. That's the brief overview on how to use paperclip.